everyone, welcome back to our channel. Today's video is part 2 of our Maine Shingle Style Mansion. So if you haven't seen the first video, make sure you go back and watch that one first, because otherwise you're going to miss out on a lot, like all of the architectural features and what's all involved in the style. We did the whole first floor the last video. We did the pool area, we did also the floor plan, so you'll want to go back and watch that one first. So today we're starting off in the master bedroom here, and this is quite the large master bedroom. I don't usually make bedrooms this big, but I thought it was fitting for this mansion style house. And in ways, I kind of wish I would have made this house a little bit bigger, but we were also limited on this lot in Brindleton Bay. So this is how it ended up. And yes, we are in Brindleton Bay, just in case you forgot. Brindleton Bay is super pretty for this style of house. It looks like it would be in Maine, like I said in the last video. And something that I didn't mention in the last video about Maine, I don't know how many of you know this, but did you know that there are 65 lighthouses in Maine? That is a crazy amount, and I almost built a lighthouse. In Brindleton Bay there is a lighthouse though, so I was like, I could have built the house for the lighthouse. But from this lot, you can see the lighthouse in the background, which I think is really cool. In the future, I will probably build that house that'll go with the lighthouse. Quickly about this side table here. I did end up switching that out off camera. I felt like this place needed more fireplaces, but I didn't actually want a fireplace, so what goes in there is kind of the fake fireplace. I figured at one point maybe it was a working fireplace, and now it's not. So you'll see that in the pictures later. We are building a very large, nice walk-in closet here. I typically don't do that because I typically don't build houses this big, but I thought this was a fun way to use new items from Dream Home Decorator. And the closet system is really neat. It reminds me of IKEA, and I'm sure that's something that a lot of people see in this. IKEA has some really cool closet solutions. So yeah, this was kind of fun, just doing a little closet and then this leads into the master bathroom. So like I said in my last video, I haven't actually been to Maine yet. It's definitely on my list of places that I want to go, and looking into Maine, and I've known about this in the past, but just researching a little bit more, Acadia National Park is definitely one of the places that I would like to go. I'm a very outdoorsy person, so that for sure is way up on my list of things to do if I ever make it to Maine. Yeah, Maine. Acadia National Park is in Bar Harbor, and it's actually one of the most visited national parks in the US. So, I mean, I'm not surprised. It's in a beautiful area along coastline. There's more than 40 miles of coastline, and then it also has the highest point on the east coast, which is Cadillac Mountain. And then also, the awesome thing about this park is it has a lot of wildlife. So I guess things that you can see are moose, bear, whales, which I didn't really think about whales being that far north, but it makes sense. And then puffins, which I've never seen a puffin in real life, so that would be really, really cool. And I guess the Maine Ocean Islands are the only place that in the US that provides nesting sites for the Atlantic puffin. So this is a pretty unique place. Something that's been on my bucket list for years though. My bucket list is Olympic National Forest in Washington. This is something I've really been wanting to do for a long time. It's home to, I think it's the only temperate rainforest in, I think, North America. I mean, it extends from, that rainforest extends from California all the way up through Canada. But I'm pretty sure in North America that's the only rainforest, which is really cool. So that's something I've always really wanted to do. I enjoy backpacking and camping, so yes, Flynn, I know. You do not. I don't know of the camping aspect of being in the rainforest because it rains all the time, or if that'd be a better day trip kind of a thing. I don't know. I haven't looked into that too much. I did find something else out kind of on accident that is really awesome. That's part of the Olympic National Park. My husband and I think we accidentally turned on like regular TV off of our streaming device, and there happened to be a travel show on, and it was on the West Coast in Olympic National Park. And I had no idea about this, but I guess there are some really awesome places to hike along the beach. And the big thing with the beaches there is you need to have a tide. Yes, you have to have a tide table with you, because there are certain areas where you need to get around or be out of by a certain point when it's high tide. Otherwise you can get stranded or washed out to the ocean, which is not what I would want to happen. But these beaches look so amazing. They're rocky, there's a ton of driftwood, and just very unique. And then there's a lot of tide pools, so that's pretty awesome. Me being the animal lover, I find that stuff fascinating. I think, yes, Flynn, it would be a lot of fun. I know you don't like being outside that much, but it would be fun. And on that program, they also showed, I guess, and I can't find this anywhere, but an island that you can make it out to when it's low tide, but you have to get out in time. And then there's certain areas where there's only one route available, I guess you'd say, that you can't continue along the beach or the rocky area because it's too dangerous, but there's trails that if you climb up and over, and you have to climb on a old style rope wooden ladder up and over. So if you're backpacking and you have everything on your back, then this is quite the workout, which I'm okay with that. But this seems like such an awesome adventure, and I really want to do this now. So that's kind of in the same area, which would be great. But yeah, once again, you know me, and I love my water, and I have never been to the West Coast, which is surprising. So that would be something new for me. If it weren't for events that happened this past year and a half, going on 2 years, I was really, really wanting to go out there and do this for the first time. But then I wouldn't have known about the whole coastal thing. So not a horrible thing. Oh yeah, and I think you can camp on the beaches there, which is also something I really, really want to do. So many places do not allow you to camp on the beach, which is disappointing, because I would love to do that. It's so relaxing hearing the waves. And I mean, can you imagine waking up and the view you have is the ocean or a lake? So, I mean, the only place I've been able to do this was in Nebraska, of all places. They have a decent sized lake in Nebraska that you're able to camp on, but it was not what I wanted. It was not remote. It was extremely busy, noisy, with partiers. It's just so disappointing. It was cool driving onto the beach and setting up in the sand, but that ruined it for me. Yeah. Yes, it was loud. So this is the thing I don't understand about camping. Why is it that there's always people that are super loud and obnoxious and stay up way too late and annoy everyone at the campsite. Don't you go camping to get away from all of that. I don't understand it, and it drives me crazy. Probably like 95% of everyone else camping, and it only takes like one group to really ruin it for everyone. I don't understand. Why? If you're gonna party, I don't get it. Why you go to the middle of nowhere? Well, maybe that's the thing. They think it's the middle of nowhere, but it's not the middle of nowhere, and there's people around and everyone wants to just relax. So I wish those people would go party somewhere else. Don't ruin the quiet for everyone else. Anyways, we have a total of 4 bedrooms up on this top floor. So this was, if you remember, for the Delgados, which was a family that came with this world and cats and dogs, and I felt bad about kicking them out, so I brought them back. So they have 2 teenagers, and so I have an extra bedroom on this floor. So this does not have to be the family that you keep here. I figured it's like, okay, you have a guest room, or yeah, there's more rooms for a different family. And then we also have later on that little apartment that's going to be over the garage. So there is a total of 5 bedrooms in this place and 4 bathrooms. And then there was the office on the bottom floor that could be a very tiny bedroom. It's pretty small. It works great as an office. I also wanted to keep these bedrooms seeming really realistic. So I have, in all the bedrooms minus the master bedroom, I have these built-in closets because that is something you usually do see in a house. This is very common. So I wanted this to just feel real. This is the second bedroom. This is the second bathroom on the second floor. So this one will have to be shared by the other 3 bedrooms. It's just kind of how I figured that I wanted the floor plan to be. So it's a big bathroom, but I was able to split it up. So if someone just needs the toilet, that room's separate. If someone wants to take a bath or a shower, that room's separate. So someone's not waiting outside for the person to be done doing whatever, that it's split up a little bit. Oh yeah, and speaking of which, you may have noticed the master bathroom, I forgot to put a toilet in there. How do I forget to put a toilet in the bathroom? But I did. And as I was playtesting and getting pictures and videos for this house, I realized, like, oh, there's no toilet in there. So there is a toilet in there now. This might be the first time that I've ever forgotten to put a toilet in a house. Slightly embarrassing, but at least I caught it before it was going up on the gallery. I do think I remembered to put laundry baskets in all the rooms and bathrooms. So that's good, because sometimes I forget that, and then I have to go and do that later. But yeah, I don't know what my brain was just not functioning, I guess, at that moment. Flynn is getting grumpy again, so I need to appease him by scratching his head. I don't know why whenever I film it seems like he wants to take a nap. I sure do take a lot of naps. You realize that? I don't know. It might be just because it's one of those cloudy, overcast, kind of gloomy days. I noticed he seems to be a little bit more tired on those days. I think maybe that's a lot of us. I guess it affects the animals too. Alright, so this is the beginnings of the outside landscaping. I was just getting in the driveway and some of the pathways. And then we're going to be working on the little apartment soon in the garage. So, changing the subject back to camping. All this video is going to be about is camping. No. But we're going camping again this week. So, our first fall camping trip of the year. We don't usually do fall. because it's usually cold around here. It's been surprisingly warm, and I think this trip is going to be very nice. I was a little worried it was going to be chilly. I mean, I've done way worse than what it could be, but it's just not as fun if it's super cold. So I think it's going to be very enjoyable and very temperate temperatures. We'll see. Yeah, I was getting a little bit nervous. So I'm looking forward to that. Looking forward to yummy food on this camping trip. I will update you when I get back of all the super yummy food that we have, and hopefully the weather turns out. Otherwise you'll hear about all of our rainy adventures. Yeah, don't worry, you're not going. You don't have to be outside. All right, so we are going into the apartment here, and the garage I felt like just needed a little something. And this little bump out area was great because that's where I'm putting the kitchen. And I really liked how this apartment turned out. I thought the colors were really good. I changed this later and I go with more of a turquoise and white and just a lot more vibrant than the rest of the house. I really like it. This is I feel like this is a fun little beachy vacation getaway. So like I said, you could have a different family here. This would be great for maybe like mother-in-law suite, or the oldest Delgado's son actually aged up when I was doing some of the filming. So this could be the place that he moves out to now that he is a young adult, have a little bit of freedom. Or I think it would work really well to have a roommate, and how the roommate system works, and have the roommate have this place as their own and get some rent money. Not like the family living here would necessarily need it, but I don't know, just some fun ideas for that. Otherwise, I think this would be a really cool tiny apartment on its own. But yeah, the turquoise is just fun. I don't usually use that. So a little bit new, different style here. Are you getting extremely grumpy because it's nap time? Yeah. Yeah, you're not your super spunky self today. I'm sorry. You'll have to take a nap after. So I was keeping everything nice and light and beachy looking. Yes, one. This wicker chair, I don't think that I have ever used from the movie Hangout stuff pack, and I love it. I just never build the right build for that kind of bohemian style. It's kind of something I would like to do in the future, to do like a little bohemian, maybe eclectic style place. It's definitely not my style. I like it. I like all the colors. It's so much fun, but I just never do it. I don't know why. So maybe that'll be on the list for the future. So weird. Just finishing up this cute little apartment, and then we're going to be moving outside for the landscaping. So, you know, it's that time to wrap things up. So if you've enjoyed this video, you're still enjoying it, don't forget to give us a like and subscribe if you're not already subscribed to our channel. Stick around for screenshots. There'll be screenshots at the end of the video. I always have some video of the house and screenshots, so make sure you stick around for that. This build will be on the gallery. That information will be in the description, and also in the description will be info for social media if you're interested in following us. Do little updates in here and there and sneak peeks at the next video that's coming out for the week. So if that sounds interesting, you want to see more of Flynn, maybe you'll want to check us out. Thanks again for being here. Yep, we're gonna go because somebody needs a nap. We will see you next week, guys. Bye.